Hello and welcome again, welcome back, welcome to the English Teaching Theater. In this case, to Vaughan Inglés 4.0, where our job is to teach you English, and your job is to learn the silly language. Come on, you have to learn this language, otherwise what we do is a waste of time for you, not for me, because I'm paid for this class. So it's not a waste of time for me, it's a source of income. Yeah, it's a job. I have to do this. I'm not rich yet, and so I have to work for a living. It's a bad habit I have of needing to eat. But nevertheless, I enjoy it. So class number 174, which means we have 22 classes left. Now, class 173 was easy, but extremely important. Let's go back and look at both sections of the class from yesterday, please. Okay, the first thing we did was how. Casi cualquier adjetivo, creo yo. ¿Cómo de largo? How long? ¿Qué distancia? How far? ¿Cómo de amplio? How broad? Anthropology. Anthropology. How broad is the field of knowledge of anthropology? How narrow? ¿Cómo de estrecho es? How narrow? ¿Cómo de angosto es ese túnel? How narrow? ¿Cómo de ancho es el túnel? How wide? Broad is amplio, wide is ancho de anchura física. How wide? All right. Yeah, how deep is this swimming pool? How deep is this part of the ocean? How deep is the Atlantic Ocean? How deep is the Mediterranean Sea? How deep is the Caribbean Sea? How deep is the North Sea? How deep is the Baltic Sea? How deep is the Dead Sea? How deep is the Sea of Galilee? La Mar de Galilea? We never say the Galilee Sea, we say the Sea of Galilee. How deep? How shallow? Como de somero, como de poco profundo. How shallow is this part of the swimming pool? How shallow? Yeah. How good is the water? How good is it? Como buena es la carne tejana de vacuno? How good is the beef in Texas? Yeah. How tough? Como de dura es la carne que estás comiendo? How tough is it? It's tough. Don't order it. How tender? Love me tender, love me true. Never let me go. Como de tierno es? How tender? Yeah. Yeah. How cute are the girls in Spain? I remember when I was 20 years old, before coming to Spain, one of the students who was going to accompany me, one of the students asked one of the teachers, hey, how cute are the girls in Spain? Como de monas son las chicas en España? How cute, escrito cute, how cute are the girls in Spain? And the American girl said, how good looking are the boys, the Latin lovers? How good looking are the boys in Spain? And the boy said, how cute are the Spanish girls? All right. So how cute, how attractive. Yeah, how ugly, how industrial. How industrial is Bilbao now? How industrial? ¿Qué grado ¿Cómo de industrial ya? ¿Qué grado de industria hay? How industrial is Avilés now? How industrial is Puerto Llano now? Yeah. How important are the mines in Asturias now? The anthracite mines. ¿Cómo importantes son ya? ¿Qué grado de importancia tienen para la economía nacional hoy en día? How important. Decimos how siempre en estos casos, más el adjetivo. Yeah. How advanced is American society? La sociedad norteamericana, ¿qué grado de avance? ¿Cómo de avanzada es? How advanced is American society? How advanced is Chinese society? How dynamic is the Chinese economy now? How dynamic is the Vietnamese economy now? Yeah. Yeah, how complicated is the situation? Yeah. How important is the political situation in Spain, etc. How? Also, we were saying, I've never been to, you remember, I've never been to Spain. I've never been to Oklahoma. I've never been to Arizona. I've never been to Las Vegas. I've never been. Also, other verbs, I've never stolen money from the company safe. I've never stolen a towel from a hotel. I've never taken you to the airport. I've never taken my wife to South Africa. I've never taken my wife to Rio. Maybe I should. I've never spoken to Maria about the problems in Albania. I've never spoken to you about the problems in Mongolia. I've never spoken to you about the economic situation in Nepal. I've never climbed Mount Everest. I've never seen Mount Everest in person. I've never eaten chocolate ants. I've never eaten in a Bolivian restaurant. I've never eaten spaghetti with my hands. All right? I've never eaten a pizza with a spoon. Have you ever eaten pizza with a spoon? Have you ever eaten spaghetti with your hands? Have you ever fired a Colt 45? I have. Yeah. It's not easy. Boom. Have you ever fired a Colt 45? Have you ever fired a 38? Have you ever fired a 22 caliber rifle? Have you ever used a shotgun, escopeta? Yeah. Have you ever flown in a balloon? 5 semanas en globo. 5 weeks in a balloon. Julio Verne. Jules Verne. Have you ever flown in a balloon? Have you ever blown up? Inflar un globo. Have you ever blown up a balloon? Have you ever blown up? Volar. Have you ever blown up a bridge? Yeah. Have you ever tried to kill a man? Have you ever drunk water? Have you ever drunk water from my cup? Yeah. Have you ever spilled milk on a table? Have you ever spilled milk? Have you ever cried thinking about other people? Have you ever cried in a movie? Have you ever seen a movie in a French cinema? Have you ever seen a Danish film? Have you ever seen a film by Antonioni? Have you ever seen a film by Visconti? Have you ever seen a film by Berlusconi, no, by Bertolucci? Have you ever seen a film by John Ford? Have you ever seen a film by John Huston? Have you ever seen a film made by me? Have you ever seen me in a Hollywood movie? Have you ever seen Maria? Have you ever seen Maria? You haven't. You don't know what you're missing. Haha. Yeah, I'm a lucky guy. You're not. You've never seen Maria. Well, I need to stop now, but I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to class number 174. As always, we'll get started with a little review of yesterday's material, and I'm joined for the review by superstar student Juan. How are you, Juan?
I'm great. Thanks very much for the superstar student.
He is, folks. He's good. You don't miss a beat. You know that expression?
No, I've never heard it.
The guy doesn't miss a beat. It means we're doing everything, and he gets everything right. He doesn't make too many mistakes. It comes from drumming. You know, if you're drumming, if a drummer misses a beat, it sounds terrible. But
so like he doesn't lose the rhythm, something like that.
He never, yeah, kind of that idea. But yeah, he doesn't miss a beat. Right. He's the guy who doesn't miss a beat. Our superstar student Juan, and. Continuing with one of my favorite drills. What's my favorite exercise, Juan?
When you give me the answer and I have to give you the question.
Yeah, it's pretty much the last week. This has been all I've been doing is giving you answers, and you've been giving me questions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's try it again.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So Michael Jackson was 50 when he died.
How old was Michael Jackson when he died?
Exactly. How old? How? Now, be careful with this word how. It's like the Los Indios, right? How? That's the pronunciation. How? Because my students, for some reason, sometimes say ho. But no. How? How old was Michael Jackson? Did you know that? He was 50 when he died.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, all right, okay. Do you want me to tell you something that you don't know?
Absolutely, yes, please. I want
Tell
to
me
learn.
that. Kyle, tell me something I don't know.
Kyle, please tell me something I don't know.
Okay, the population of Canada is 33.5 million people.
That's quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
More than you thought?
Yeah.
All right.
How much is the population in Canada?
Okay, well, we could say what's the population, but I know I told you we have to use how. So we could say how many people?
How many people live in Canada?
Yeah. So 33.5 million people live in Canada. How many people live in Canada? 33.5 million. But it's still about, 22 million less than Spain, right?
Yes, it's true, but it's quite a tough climate. You know it better than me.
Well said. Well said. It is but yeah, okay. We could talk about that, but we only have 4 minutes left, so
Okay.
we better move on. It takes 5 hours to drive from Madrid to Barcelona.
How much does it take to drive from Madrid to Barcelona?
How
How much time does it take?
how much time does it take, or usually how long?
So it'll be how long does it take to drive from Madrid to Barcelona?
Yeah. What does he want to know? He wants to know how long it takes to drive from Madrid to Barcelona. Ask me how long it takes to drive from Toronto to Ottawa.
How long does it take to drive from Toronto to Ottawa?
It takes about 7 hours to drive from Toronto to Ottawa. Yeah, it's a nice drive, though. I recommend it. We drove 350 kilometers last week.
How much did you drive last week?
Well, if I
How
say
long?
the
How-
specific number of kilometers.
How many kilometers did you drive last week?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I want to know how many kilometers you drove last week.
All right, okay. Michael Jordan is 198 centimeters tall. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, there you go.
How tall is Michael Jordan?
Okay. Do you know how much money Tiger Woods earned in 2008?
No, I don't know how much money Tiger Woods earned in 2008.
Why don't you ask me?
How much money did Tiger Woods earn in 2008?
He earned more than me, I promise, $128 million.
That's nice.
It was a good year, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So let's try some. Have you ever? So I'm going to give you the answer again. My answer now is no. I've never been to Nepal.
Have you ever been to Nepal?
No, I haven't. No, I've never jumped out of an airplane.
Have you ever jumped out of an airplane?
Yes, I've driven across Canada.
Have you ever driven across Canada?
No, I've never met the king.
Have you ever met the king?
Have you ever met the king? And at home, no, I've never seen Paul McCartney in concert. Have you ever?
Seen Paul McCartney in concert?
No. Have you?
No, I haven't either.
Yes, I've been to Seville.
Have you ever been to Seville?
Yes, I've played golf in the United States.
Have you ever played golf in the United States?
No, I've never eaten in an Ethiopian restaurant. Kyle, have you ever
eaten in an Ethiopian restaurant?
No, never. Have you?
No, I haven't either.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay. No, I've never driven an F1 race car.
Have you ever driven an F1 race car?
No, but I would like to. Have you?
No, I haven't, but I'd like to as well.
Okay. No, I haven't been to all the islands. Ask me that question. Kyle, have you been to all the islands? Have you been to all the islands in Spain?
No, I've never been to all the islands in Spain.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I've seen a beaver.
Have you ever seen a beaver?
Yes, of course. Yes.
What's a beaver?
Beaver, un castor.
Oh,
In Canada, there are a lot of beavers. In fact, it's on our 5-cent coin. If you go to Canada, you'll see it on the 5-cent coin, the beaver. Right?
Okay.
Great job today, Juan.
Thank you.
Good job to you at home. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, welcome back. You know, important documents require your signature. La firma, tu firma, no, your signature. So you sign. I'm signing my name. Okay, interesting. In Spanish, normally we say necesitamos tu firma aquí. In English, we say necesito que firmes tu nombre. you need to sign your name at the bottom, not at the top. Sign your name on the side. Sign your name. Sign your name. Firma tu nombre. Se dice mucho en inglés. Así, bueno, así se dice. Can you please sign your name here? And if you notice, in the English-speaking world, normally if you look at a person's signature, you can recognize the person's name. It's legible. Richard Vaughan. Okay, Thomas Vaughan. Andrea Vaughan. Now in Spanish signatures, no. Yeah, you can't. Pues una firma, no es firmar tu nombre. So remember, there's a cultural or at least a basic difference between signatures. To sign, you need to sign at the bottom, or you need to sign your name at the bottom. All right, to sign. Now, if we add the preposition up, to sign up, enlacémoslo, sign up, it doesn't mean firmar. Bueno, sí, en firmar la matrícula. Registrarse para, to sign up for, matricularse para, to sign up for. Let's go to camera 1 and look at this. This is a very important expression, a very, very important phrasal verb. So let's go to camera 1 and talk about it for a few minutes. Shall we? Let's go. All right, to sign up for. If you are an official student, then I think you probably signed up for this course. Yes, te apuntaste. Decís aquí apuntarse para. Es que es matricular. To sign up for. You signed up. When did you sign up for this course? Escuchar la fonética. ¿Cuándo te apuntaste a este curso? When did you sign up? La N manda aquí, ¿no? De sign. La G en sign es muda. When did you sign up? Sign up. Nup. Nup. Okay, when did you sign up for this course? Y tu respuesta sería, I signed up. I signed up. Signed. Signed. La D ahora manda, no la N. I signed up for this course 8 months ago. I signed up for this course 8 months ago. All right, to sign up for. If you want to take a course, you have to sign up for the course. First, you have to sign up for the course. You need to look for a course. Some people like to take courses all the time. Some people take seminars, courses, training courses, all kinds of different courses. And the first thing you have to do is sign up. You have to sign up for the course. Apuntarse. Apuntarse para. Sign up for. Yeah. You didn't sign up for this course? Well, you made a mistake. If you had signed up for this course, you would be learning more, because you would make a stronger effort to take advantage of every minute of these classes, and you would have other advantages as well if you had signed up for the course. But you didn't sign up for it, did you? Did you sign up for this course or not? Did you sign up or not? Come on, tell me the truth. Did you sign up for this course or didn't you sign up for this course? If you signed up for this course, then probably you're learning more quickly than the other people who didn't sign up. All right? Now, don't you feel bad? All of you who didn't sign up, if you had, si os hubierais apuntado, if you had signed up, ahora la demanda, ¿no? Apuntado, participio, signed up. ¿Se enlaza? Signed up. If you had signed up for this course, your English would be better now than it is, okay? Because you would have taken it more seriously. You would have taken the course up to now more seriously. But you didn't sign up. I can't help you. Look, I recommend that next September, next October, I recommend you sign up for this section. This is the advanced section. If you can understand me perfectly, or almost perfectly, then sign up for this course, the advanced level, or maybe sign up for the intermediate level. It depends. Some people think they're understanding me, but they're not. Many Spanish people think they understand in important business meetings, and they're not catching more than 50%, but they think they are. They're misunderstanding 50%, but they don't realize it. So if you think you're understanding me well, then sign up for the intermediate or the advanced course. I would even recommend you sign up for the beginner's course. Sign up for one of the three. There are 3 courses: the beginner's course, the intermediate course, and the advanced course. Sign up for one of them. Come on, sign up for one of them. Because if you don't sign up, You can still benefit by watching the program. You can still benefit by watching this show. But you won't, contracción de will not, but you won't benefit as much as those who sign up officially. You need to sign up for this course. You need to sign up for this course. And if you don't sign up, don't complain if your English doesn't progress as much as you would like. And don't complain if you see other students, official students, progressing more. It's very clear. They signed up, and you didn't sign up. Con ellos manda la D y contigo manda la N. They signed up, but you didn't sign up. Sign up. All right? So I recommend that you sign up for the course. Yeah. Every year I sign up for some type of course. Last year I signed up, last year I signed up for a speed reading course, lectura veloz, to be able to read a book in 20 minutes. It didn't work. Okay, I signed up. The year before I signed up for a fencing course. Fencing, esgrima, touché. All right, the year before last I signed up, I signed up for a cooking class. Culinary arts, yeah, to learn how to cook like a professional chef. I remember I signed up for that course. And the year before that, I signed up for a walking in Madrid course, simply walking around the old sections of Madrid and learning about the history of the city. I signed up for it. My wife signed up for it too. She signed up for the course before I did. And 7 years ago, I signed up for a course on Turkish history. I wanted to learn about the history of Turkey, Anatolia, yeah. And so I signed up for that course, yeah. And I signed up for an advertising course too. Yeah, about 8 years ago, I signed up. Me apunté a un curso de publicidad y relaciones públicas. I signed up for an advertising and public relations course. And I learned a lot. And I learned that every TV show needs a sponsor or several sponsors. And that the sponsors need their time. So we're going to stop for a moment, and I'm going to pass this to the sponsors. To sign up. Yes. I recommend you sign up for an English course. I recommend you sign up for a cooking class. I recommend you sign up for yoga lessons. Yes. I recommend you sign up for horse riding lessons. I recommend you sign up for shooting lessons de tiro, to learn to shoot. I recommend you sign up for fire prevention lessons. I recommend you sign up for physical therapy classes. I recommend that you sign up for a lot of things, because if you don't sign up for anything, you don't take any courses, and basically you don't learn anything new. Sign up for things, okay. And I especially recommend that next September or October, or now, if possible, sign up for this course, 4.0. Sign up for it. Okay, I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hello and welcome to Vaughan Inglés 4.0. My name is... Es que me encanta, siempre sale cuando lo digo. Qué bien lo hacéis, ¿no? Alberto Alonso, that's my name, that's right, don't forget it. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to my student. He's a very good student. He's been doing a great job, and I'm very, very happy with his progress. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Juan. How's it going, man?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good, good. Me gusta darte diferentes. What's up? How are you? How are you doing? How's it going? So, hey, how's it going? ¿Cómo te va la cosa? How's it going? All right, great. Well, you did well on our past classes. So today we're going to look at something. It's pretty simple. It's a funny, I'll tell you a funny story. How do we say apuntarse? Okay, how do you say firmar?
To sign up.
Okay, so firmar is?
To sign.
To sign. La firma es?
The sign? No, the signature.
Signature. Otra vez con ch. Teu, signature. Signature. Okay, so to sign. Now, how do you say apuntarse?
To sign up.
to sign up. All right, well, I'll tell you a story. Okay, I was working as a teacher. I was in a company working as a teacher. And what happened was the students had to sign in to the class and say, okay, estaba aquí for attendance reasons. Acordaros, no decimos assistance, asistencia, attendance. Es un amigo falso. So they had an attendance sheet and they had to sign in to the class. So I had one student and she kept saying, Alberto, can I sing? And I said, sure, go ahead. What do you want to sing? And she was like, what? I said, go ahead. And the other students understood the mistake. And I said, what are you going to sing? And this happened about 4 or 5 different times, maybe more. And finally, she realized what she was saying. And then she said, can I sign? Y te digo una cosa, nunca va a cometer ese error en su vida. So remember, sing es cantar. Es un verbo irregular. Every day I sing. Yesterday I sang. And lately?
I've sung.
Sung. Muy bien. Sing, sang, sung. Estamos aprendiendo chino. Sing, sang, sung. Okay? That's the way it sounds. Okay, here we go. So la palabra en cuestión es apuntarse. It means to sign up. And we say to sign up for something. I signed up for swimming classes. Okay, now you have a son. Have you signed him up for any activities?
No, but I will definitely sign him up for English at Vaughan Systems.
That's the right answer. He's going to sign him up for English classes at Vaughan Systems. That's the right answer. Now, I know you signed him up for something else too.
Yeah, for Real Madrid.
To be a member of the greatest club in the history.
But it was my father-in-law.
It was your father-in-law's idea, right?
Exactly.
His father-in-law signed up his son for to be a madridista.
Exactly.
Excellent. You have to start young. You have to start them young. To sign up for. Ask me if I've ever signed up for any courses.
Have you ever signed up for any courses?
Yes, I've signed up for many, many courses. Ask me if I signed up for any musical instruments.
Have you ever signed up for any musical instruments?
Yes, I signed up for guitar classes. Well, no. My mother signed me up for guitar classes, piano classes, drums, saxophone. Ask me if I play any instruments now.
Do you play any instruments now?
The bass, a little bit. So yeah, I gave up. Okay, I gave up. Okay, now there's something else we say. To sign up for a course or sign up for a class, how do you say dejarlo? A mitad. O no dejarlo porque se acabó, pero dejarlo.
To give up, I guess.
To give up would be more of an emotional thing. If I give up, we could say to quit or to drop out. Okay? I signed up for a course. I dropped out of the course because I didn't like it. So es bueno también mirarlos en parejas, right? Inversos. To sign up for something and to drop out of something. Okay? Let's take a look. To sign up for. What else? Tell me. I'll tell you something. Once I signed up for this free. They were doing some kind of evaluation. Oh, free and come on in and And in the end, I didn't know what I signed up for. It was supposedly to watch some TV shows and stuff. Well, I was there for 6 hours. So next time I sign up for something, make sure you read the fine print, because you want to make sure you're not signing up for something that you'll later say, why did I sign up for this? And I couldn't drop out. It was a closed room. You couldn't get out of that room because it was some kind of testing. It was in Hollywood. And I said, that's the last time I ever sign up for any studies, right? I thought, okay, I'll go watch some TV shows. No, it was 6 hours of boring stuff. So always check what you sign up for. Okay, now, also the gym, right? Have you ever signed up for a gym?
Yes, I signed up for a gym once.
Okay, once. Okay.
Yes.
Did you drop out or you just didn't go?
I just didn't go, so I decided not to sign up for gym
ever again. Yeah. Ask me if I signed up for a gym.
Have you signed up for a gym?
Not recently, but in the past I've signed up for many gyms. But there's only one problem: signing up for a gym is not enough. You have to actually go too. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Signing up, it doesn't. It doesn't mean you're going to... Now, how do you say hacer ejercicio, ya que estamos hablando de gimnasio?
To do exercise?
To do exercise, and there's another way too.
To get fit, I guess.
To get fit, to work out. Okay, to work out es lo que decimos. Oh, I'm going to work out at this gym. I'm going to work out es hacer cualquier ejercicio. To work out. Y lo decimos siempre. Do you like to work out?
Yes, I like to work out.
Okay, how often do you work out?
I work out, I guess, like 3 times a year.
3 times. Oh yeah, so you really love it. Ask me how often I work out.
How often do you work out?
About 2 or 3 times a year too. I work out as often as Juan. In fact, we should work out together.
Definitely.
3 times a year we'll meet, we'll sign up for a course, and we'll work out. How do you say hacer ejercicio?
To work out.
Porque lo acabamos de usar 6 veces. So eso es, cuando yo te digo que digas las cosas en voz alta, es por eso. Because si tú dices workout una vez, bien. But if you say it 3 times, 4 times, you hear me say it, then you respond. Then we said workout 10 times in the last 2 minutes. And now you know it. Apuntarse, lo hemos dicho también 10 veces al menos. How do you say apuntarse?
To sign up for.
To sign up for something. And how do you say dejar algo?
To drop out.
Yeah, ese, te dudaste porque no lo hemos usado tanto, ¿no?
Yeah.
Drop out lo hemos usado 2 veces. To drop out. Right? You had to think a little bit more about it. Okay, so you're going to sign your son up for English classes. This is great. This is a great thing. You know, we have something for babies. It's called Hello Baby, and they sing. It's for the parents and the baby, and you sing with the child in English and do all these activities in English. So that's a good thing to sign up for. And this course, if people who signed up for this course are signing up for the course because they want to learn English. They want to improve their English. So you guys, you did the right thing. You did the right thing by signing up for 4.0. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Okay, the opposites. Se dice que los opuestos atraen. It's an expression in English. Opposites attract, which means if I'm calm, easygoing, and Maria is nervous and tense, then we naturally attract polos opuestos. All right. We attract, which I don't think is really true. But there's a saying in English, opposites attract. And I'm not sure if that's really true. What do you think? But the opposite of white is black. Is that true? Or is the opposite of white red? Or what, because white is the mixture of all the colors. And so the opposite is the lack of color, which is black. So yes, the opposite of white is black. And what's the opposite of camera 2? Camera 1, of course. Well then, in this case, opposites attract, because I'm going to move to camera 1. It attracts me. Let's go. All right. Opposites. What's the opposite? ¿Cuál es lo contrario de? En inglés existe la palabra contrary. Okay? Pero contrary es más como muy contrariado, ¿ok? Más que lo opuesto, lo contrario. Lo contrario de blanco es negro, but in English, the opposite of black is white. What's the opposite of cold? The opposite of cold is hot. What's the opposite of warm? The opposite of warm is cool. What's the opposite of tall? The opposite of tall is short. What's the opposite of long? Well, the opposite of long is also short. All right. So, and what's the opposite of easy? The opposite of easy is hard or difficult. And what's the opposite of soft? Soft, mullido, blando, suave. The opposite of soft is hard. Yeah. What's the opposite of tender? Love me tender, love me true, never let me go. Tender, tierno. The opposite of tender is tough. Por cierto, Elvis Presley cometió un error gramatical ahí. Dice, love me tender, love me true. Well, that's grammatically wrong. He's using an adjective instead of adverb. Ámame tiernamente. Ámame verdaderamente. Pero dice, ámame tierno. Love me tender, love me true. A grammatician will say, Mr. Presley, I'm sorry, but that's not right. Love me tenderly, love me truly. But we have what we call in English and in Spanish, poetic license. Tender, what's the opposite of tender? Tough. Tough, una carne dura. Tough meat. Waiter, this steak is tough. Can you please bring me a tender steak? Tender. That's the opposite. What's the opposite of nice? The opposite of nice, majo, simpático, agradable. Mean, malvado, mean. Escrito mean, mean. What's the opposite of rich? Opposite. What's the opposite of rich? The opposite of rich is poor. The opposite of rich is poor. What is the opposite of simple? The opposite of simple is complicated. Complicated. That's the opposite. What's the opposite of painful? Ay, doloroso. Painful. It's very painful. I have a bad elbow. It's very painful. The opposite of painful is painless. The opposite of painful is painless. Aprender inglés es indoloro. No, no hay dolor. No quieres inglés sin dolor. Okay. What do you want? Painful or painless English? Well, English is, I'm sorry to tell you, painful. The people who want to learn English painlessly never learn. Okay? Because it doesn't exist. No pain, no gain. Es un dicho. Nada de dolor, nada de ganar. No se gana nada. No pain, no gain. All right? Which is not necessarily true, but in many cases, yes. No pain, no gain. Okay? Yes, the opposite of to win is to lose. Yeah. Yeah, the opposite of find is to lose. Interesting. But it's interesting. When you compare languages, you know, lo contrario de ganar es perder. Okay, good. All right. Pero lo contrario de encontrar también es perder. Why? Have you ever stopped to think about why the verb to lose can be the opposite of to win and to find? Two very different concepts, but both of these totally different concepts of winning and finding. The opposite of lose is lose, the same verb. In Spanish and in English and in French and in all of the Western languages. I'm sure that in Chinese, probably the opposite of find and the opposite of win is not the same word. I'm sure. But in the Western world, it's interesting. There are many interesting things. In Spanish, the word for después de primero is the word segundo. Okay. After the first, you have the second. It's the same in English as in Spanish and in French. Seconde. Okay, you have the same word. And also, 1/60th of a minute is a second. What's the connection between una sesenta parte un minuto y lo que viene después de primero y antes de tercero? What's the connection? However, in every language in Europe, the word second after first is the same as 1/60th of a minute on the clock. Interesting. There's no connection conceptually between those two. But in every language, we have the same. All right, so the opposite of to win is to lose. The opposite of to find is to lose. Okay. The opposite of angry is happy. And the opposite of angry is sad. Yes. The opposite of open is closed. Yeah. The opposite of heavy is light. Yes. The opposite of light is also dark. It depends. The word light, luz, and ligero is the same word in English. La luz es muy ligera. Light is very light. All right. Dark is very heavy. Yes. So the opposite of heavy is light. As light as a feather, tan ligero como una pluma. Probablemente dirás en castellano más ligero que una pluma. En inglés, cuando hacemos estas comparaciones, más enfadado que no sé, etc., we say tan como. As light as a feather, right, as heavy as lead, tan pesado como el plomo. Okay? As heavy as lead, as light as a feather. So the opposite of heavy, always we use the opposite. The opposite of, and we say, what's the opposite? What's the opposite of wet? The opposite of wet is dry. Okay? The opposite of wet is dry. And we say opposite, sin ver delante, was enfrente, el edificio enfrente. The building opposite mine, no decimos in front of. In front of is delante de, no enfrente de. So, Pepe vive enfrente. In English, there are two ways. Pepe lives opposite me, or Pepe lives across the street from me. Yo digo el segundo mucho más, but the first one is easier to remember. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello and a very warm welcome to the third part or the sixth part of this show. My name is Richard, as you know, and I'm here today with David. David, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. We're laughing because my nose was itching just before we started. I said, "Me pica la nariz." My nose is itching, okay? That's why we're laughing. Before we start on the main part of this section, I want to quickly review the 5 words which I hope those of you who have signed up for this course have already studied and learnt. The 5 words in question, David, are the following. And mortgage, okay, there they are, bling, magic. Mortgage means
Hipoteca.
hipoteca. Y contiene una T muda. Okay, we don't say mortgage, it's mortgage. Mortgage, okay?
Okay.
That's what everybody or most people in this country have to put up with. They have it hanging over them. A mortgage. Okay, the next one, a nightmare. Bueno, sinónimo con hipoteca, ¿no?
Una pesadilla.
Una pesadilla. A nightmare. Ahí la T sí se pronuncia. A nightmare. You have a nightmare. Yeah, tener una pesadilla. Good. Por cierto, hay un adjetivo. There's an adjective related to nightmare, which is nightmarish.
Okay.
Okay, nightmarish. Okay, nightmarish. Needs is the next word.
Necesidades.
Necesidades. Good. Your needs. Okay. Okay, we'll change to the last 2. Nearsighted, first of all. Nearsighted is when you're
Miope o corto de
myope.
vista.
Exactly, corto de vista. What's the opposite?
Long-sighted.
Long-sighted, exactly. We're short-sighted or you're long-sighted when you can't see far away. And finally, negligence.
Negligencia.
Qué fácil, ¿no?
Sí.
Bueno, ahora sí, os voy a poner a prueba. I'm going to really grill you on antonyms. Of course, antonyms are words that mean, they're pairs of words that mean exactly the opposite. For example, big and small. Okay? Let's start with something easy. I'm going to keep asking you the question. What's the opposite of? Porque
Okay.
así lo hacemos en inglés. What's the opposite of? What's the opposite of hot? Do you know at home? Surely you do. This is the purple level. This is the really difficult level. You must know the opposite of hot. David?
Cold.
Then, 10 points. Big. What's the opposite of big?
Small.
Good. What's the opposite of tall?
Short.
Short. Good. Okay, I challenge you at home to answer these questions faster than David. So
Okay.
you've got competition on your hands. David,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, what's the opposite of fat? David?
Slim
Slim, muy bien, or
thin.
thin. Excellent. What's the opposite of proud?
Humble.
Humble, muy bien, humilde, humble. Excellent. What's the opposite of bad?
Good.
Good, muy bien. What's the opposite of well?
Badly.
Badly, good. You can do something well or you can do it badly. However, there's another opposite because well doesn't just mean bien. Well also means?
Un pozo. Okay.
Bueno, también significa un pozo. No sé cuál es el contrario de pozo, no sabemos, pero bueno. Pero también significa, es un adjetivo.
Yes.
I'm well
Yes.
means que estoy sano, que estoy
Ajá,
bien.
ajá.
En este caso, the opposite of well would be
Sick.
sick or
Ill.
ill. Muy bien. What's the opposite of flat?
Round. Is it?
Is it? No, because it can be round and
Or square or could be whatever.
it
Yes.
could be bumpy, for example.
Uh-huh.
Bumpy or hilly. If
Okay.
you talk about a flat landscape,
Uh-huh.
the opposite of a flat landscape, for example, that we find in Holland,
Uh-huh.
would be a hilly
Okay.
landscape. Hill from colina, hilly,
Uh-huh.
el adjetivo.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Good.
Hilly or mountainous.
Maintenance.
Okay? What's the opposite of smooth?
Rough.
Rough. Muy bien. The opposite of smooth is rough, o también podría ser bumpy. You
Okay.
can talk about a smooth road or a bumpy road. Okay.
Okay.
What's the opposite of difficult? This is like doing a game show. What's the opposite of difficult for 10 points?
Easy.
Easy. Excellent. What's the opposite of beautiful?
Ugly.
Ugly. Excellent. What's the opposite of rigid?
Smooth or smoothly or no? Soft? No?
Could be.
Okay.
Could be, yeah.
Rigid.
Or if you think of an attitude, you have a rigid attitude or you have a flexible.
Flexible. Okay. Okay.
There we are. I got you.
Yes, you got me.
Okay, what's the opposite of black?
White.
White. Very bien. What's the opposite of asleep?
Awake.
Awake. Perfect. What's the opposite of soft?
Hard.
Hard. Good. Or también podría ser rough.
Rough. Okay.
A soft face.
Yes.
Or a rough face.
Okay.
What's the opposite of weak? Not a week como una semana, sino weak. Débil.
Tough
Bien. Tough. Muy bien. Or strong.
or strong.
Good. Yeah. Tough can mean strong too. What's the opposite of sad?
Happy.
What's the opposite of bored?
Entertaining.
Entertained.
No. Entertained.
Entertained, vale. Or interested.
Interested.
Or fascinated.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the opposite of boring?
Entertaining or
Entertaining?
fascinating or
Fascinating or interesting.
Interesting.
Don't forget we say interesting, not interesting. Good. I wasn't talking to you. I'm just telling these guys.
Okay,
at home.
yeah.
You did it perfectly.
Well, thank you.
All right. What's the opposite of hungry? So you know, often you say, I'm really hungry. I want something to eat. And when you've eaten, you say,
I'm full.
I'm full. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of an opposite. Yeah. Okay. What's the opposite of right?
Wrong.
Good. Or
Mistaken. Mistaken. Or what?
mistaken, buddy. Or
Right.
come on, you can do it. There's another one. Think of another meaning of right.
Okay. Left.
Left.
Okay. Thank you.
Bien. Right, left, or right and wrong. Muy bien. Okay. What's the opposite of honest?
Dishonest.
Dishonest. Muy bien. Or deceitful. Yeah, to
Deceitful.
deceive is engañar a alguien. To deceive someone. It has nothing to do with decepcionar.
Okay.
Sería disappoint.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I think you did pretty well. I'll give you 5 points.
Okay.
Total score.
Okay,
I hope you
thank
did better
you.
at home. Anyway, take care. Thanks, David. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. Another class, another day. Class 174 is now part of our history, my history, not yours. You need to review it. We have 21 classes left. What's the opposite of lazy? Vago, dejado, perezoso. What's the opposite of lazy? The opposite of lazy is hardworking, muy trabajador. Hardworking with a hyphen, hard hyphen working. Are you a lazy student or are you a hard-working student? Hard-working students learn English. Lazy students don't. It's very easy to differentiate lazy students from hard-working students. The lazy ones don't progress and the hard-working ones progress. And if you can continue being hard-working over the long term, your English becomes very good. You'll see. I guarantee you. I'll see you tomorrow.